Hello everyone, welcome back to This Day in Weather. If you're just joining this channel, this is where you can learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Today is October 22nd. On this day in 1954, southeastern Texas was impacted by 3 tornadoes. The worst of them was an F3 that took a variable path into Portland, where it injured 25 people and destroyed or damaged 300 homes and trailers. On this day in 1972, an F3 tornado took a half-mile, 30-yard wide path through Harrison County, Texas. There were no fatalities, but 2 people were injured. 3 homes suffered heavy damage, in one of which the damage was considered tremendous. A boat in the yard next to one of the heavily damaged homes was thrown over 200 yards away, and a pleasure barge was flipped and stripped of its motor. 5 other homes suffered minor damage. One woman reported that her German Shepherd was carried away in his doghouse. The doghouse was never found, but the dog did return home shortly after the tornado. A metal pipe supporting a basketball goal was snapped at its base. The tornado then bounced through a wooded area and scattered pine trees like kindling wood. It then crossed Interstate 20 around a mile east of Farm to Market Road 2199, where a tractor-trailer loaded with 39,000 pounds of meat was flipped over and blocked the eastbound lane of the highway for 12 hours. Earl Richens, the driver of the tractor-trailer, was not injured, and the meat was valued at $40,1972 United States dollars, which equates to over $310,000 in 2025 United States dollars. The tornado then struck the Rocking Bee Ranch, located just south of Highway 80. There, the tin roof was torn off a hay barn. Tin and hay were thrown a quarter of a mile away across the highway. Surrounding trees were wrapped in tin. A house that was 100 yards away from the barn suffered minor damage. The tornado dissipated before it reached Highway 80. On this day in 1979, there were a few tornadoes in the southern and midwestern United States. A trailer near Lake Chico in Arkansas was destroyed in an F2 tornado. A pregnant woman inside the trailer was killed, and her husband and daughter were injured. Another F2 tornado caused 11 injuries in Sulphur, Louisiana, which included 7 kids at the elementary school, where part of the roof collapsed. On this day in 1988, a nor'easter swept across the coast of New England. Winds gusted up to 75 miles per hour, and large waves and high tides caused massive shoreline flooding. Much of eastern New York State saw heavy wet snow, with up to a foot reported in Lewis County. On this day in 1989, the northern and central Pacific Coast region saw rains from a storm system moving out of the Gulf of Alaska, with snow in some of the mountains of Oregon, and wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour along the Oregon coast. In Florida, 6 cities recorded daily record low temperatures. The coldest reading was a low of 34 degrees in Tallahassee. On this day in 1997, Game 4 of the 1997 World Series between the Cleveland Indians and the Florida Marlins was played with an official first pitch temperature at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time of 35 degrees at Jacobs Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Snow flurries had fallen during batting practice before the game started. The wind chill had dropped to as low as 18 degrees as the game progressed. This was the coldest World Series game in Major League Baseball history. The Indians won that game 10-3, but the Marlins won the World Series 4-3. That will close up this edition of This Day in Weather, but be sure to stay tuned in because whenever there's a new video, you will learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Please hit the thumbs up button to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to be sure to never miss a new video. If you're just joining this channel, please check out all the other videos that have been posted on this channel, and please check out my Patreon at patreon.com/c/thisdayinweather for more content.